Hi, my name is Professor William Corder, and I am going to be your instructor for this Physical Geography and the Environment 101 fully online class in the second 8 weeks of the fall 2021 semester at Santa Ana College. And what I'm going to do right now is kind of walk you through this class and a Canvas class in general. Probably most of you already know how to do this, having been oriented to Canvas as a result of the way life has gone over the last year and a half, but I'm going to do it anyway. So what you do is you type in sac.edu, in other words, the school's website, sac.edu. You're going to be directed to either this page or a similar page, and you'll see Canvas up here at the top. Click on Canvas, and then it says log into Canvas. You click on log into Canvas, and you enter your information, and then what's going to show up eventually is something like this, which is called your Canvas dashboard. This, of course, is my Canvas dashboard, so it looks different from your Canvas dashboard. But what you do is you just search around until you find the class that you and I are both having together, which, for me at least right now, is down here. Geography 101, number 99699 online, and it begins on October 18th. If you click on that, it will open up. This is called your Canvas homepage. And it says up here, start here. That's probably a good place to start. So let's click on it. And you can see that there's a little bit of information about this class in general and Canvas in general. You can watch a little orientation video down here about this physical geography class. Come up here and click on home again on the left-hand side. Brings you back to the home page. Now, the school itself builds in redundancy to these classes, so you can see, welcome to Physical Geography and the Environment 101. Yes, this is similar to Start Here. So if you click on that, it's very similar to that Start Here that you see up here at the top, okay? Let's click over here on the left-hand side on Syllabus. Just so you know, there is going to be a syllabus quiz the first week. Please make sure you read through the syllabus, and you'll notice when you do that, that right here, a syllabus document can be opened up. So if you wanted to print the syllabus, for example, or the syllabus automatically opens up as a PDF. Before I go through that, I want to point out down below the syllabus, there's an instructor bio. There I am at the Taj Mahal, something about me, how to email me, information about how to do this the correct way and the incorrect way on emailing me. Then if you look over here, course description, discipline description, required materials, and so on. Okay, student learning objectives. Now let's take a look at the syllabus really quickly. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to go through the highlights because you are expected to read this thing. Notice a disclaimer. I reserve the right to modify this syllabus or course overview if needed. You know, life is complicated. Hopefully nothing happens and we just roll through it the way it's put out here. Instructor contact information. The best way to contact me is through my email at quarter_bill@sac.edu. Although there's a phone number there, because of the situation with the college right now, I may or may not be in my office to be able to pick that up. So the best way is to contact me via the email. Course name, description, and format. Please read that. The textbook. This is pretty important. People ask me about the textbook a lot. You can purchase any physical textbook that you want that's for physical geography and for college level, provided the publication date is 2015 and more recent. If you're concerned about it, just take a screenshot of it, send it to me, and I will give you the green light or the red light on it. Also, there's a free textbook. So you can use a free textbook, which is what most people do. You can see it's linked right here. I'm not going to test you on the textbook anyway. The textbook is for reference, okay? And the tests all come from the lectures, and there's also video homework assignments that kind of supplement the lectures. Course placement and transferability, so in other words, what this class is for as you move on in your life. DSPS statement, if you're a DSPS student, make sure that the DSPS office sends me the information as quickly as possible so that we can get the accommodations correct. Then student learning outcomes, course objectives, course topics. Notice there are 4 sections in this class, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each section ends with an exam. For example, section 1, the Earth system, geographic grid, Earth movements and seasons, weather and climate, and then the atmosphere. And then the section 2 is meteorology, climatology, and so on. Each one of those sections will end with an exam on that material. Attendance, this is an online class, so the way we take attendance in online classes is by you participating in the graded assignments. Please do that, or I will have to mark you absent. You can hear I'm getting a bunch of texts right now, which of course happens when I'm making a recording, right? No text for an hour and a half. I decide to make a recording. Suddenly the texts start coming through. At the same time, make sure that you are participating. Otherwise, legally, I have to drop you. Course grading, notice there's 4 100-point multiple choice true-false exams are given at the conclusion of each section. As I said, 8 video homework assignments. There's 2 per section. You know, there's 4 sections in this class. 2 video homework assignments per section. That makes 8. A syllabus quiz that you have to get done before the end of the week. And then 6 discussion boards that are spread throughout the semester. Notice the grading is basically a straight scale. No exams will be dropped. No video homework assignments will be dropped. The syllabus quiz will not be dropped. No discussion board assignments will be dropped, and 0 will be assigned for anything that is not completed. There are no makeups, no retakes, no redos. It's due when it's due over a time frame. Please get everything done. Notice the schedule. So take a look here. Section 1, Module 1, and then the dates. And then Section 1, Module 2, and then the dates. And then Section 1, Module 3, and then the dates. And Section 1, Module 4, and the dates. Then Module 4, we have an exam. And then notice this, Section 2, then we move on to Module 5, and then the dates. And Section 2, Module 6, and the dates, and so on, okay? And then you can see this is telling you what's going to happen in each one of those modules, what's going to be required of you, and what topics we're going to be going through. Then, if we scroll all the way down through that, Canvas course site information, technical support provided by the college and by Canvas, required technology, academic honesty, and student code of conduct, which the school needs in there, assignments in Canvas, important dates. Notice, for example, the final exam. It's going to be open from Sunday, December 5th at 12 a.m. through Saturday, December 11th at 11:59 p.m. After that, it's done. Please make sure that you read the miscellaneous information, then Title IX. Okay, very good. Let's go over here and click on modules on the left-hand side. Remember, this is mine. It looks slightly different from what yours looks like, but basically the format is the same. So course information, welcome to physical geography and the environment. What you can do is you can click on this, and it will give you some more information about what this class is going to do and what it's about. Then if you click on next down here at the bottom right, again, the syllabus opens up. As I said, the school has built-in redundancy. Click on next again, and that will bring you to the next page, instructor contact, which is redundant from what's on the syllabus, but there you go. Make sure you read this stuff about how to email me. Please make sure you read this stuff about email communication with me. Instructor bio, something about me. Click on next again. Communication plan. Once again, there's some redundancy in this. Next again. Course policies. Please make sure you read through this stuff. No late work. See that right there? Late work, none is accepted. Then next, Canvas course tour. Okay, this is built in by the college. And you'll see right over here as we get to Canvas course tour, then all of these things, sorry about that, all of these things are all built in by the college, as is the next couple of sections. And now we get to Module 1. So Module 1 is where the class really starts, which will be opened up for you along with Module 2 the first week. If you click on Module 1 Introduction, there's a brief introduction about what's going to happen in Module 1. There's a video that explains Module 1, a couple of them. Then if you click on next, you can do this in a couple of ways. Welcome to Physical Geography and the Environment, a little video on what the class is about and what physical geography is about. I'm just going to click over here instead of going through next over and over and over so I can point out some other things. So here is the syllabus and suggestions for successful completion of geography quiz. Notice it's due by October 23rd. It's worth 20 points. And you click on it, you open it up. Please read the instructions always before you do anything it's graded, and then you take the quiz down at the bottom. I'm going to click back here, and you'll see that there's a discussion board in Module 1, Lessons from the Pandemic, the way you do the discussion board. Click on this. Make sure you read this information here before you take any graded assignment. Make sure you read everything. And then your response to the discussion board, you put it right here where it says reply, type it in, and then enter, and your response will be published for everybody to see, and you will be able to read everybody else's and answer someone else's, because you need to both respond to the initial prompt here and respond to a student in order to get the full 10 points. Backspace here. And then you will see there's a little video that I put up about the textbook versus me. You know, sometimes people ask me, well, the textbook says this and you say that. You know, just watch that video, it'll explain it. Here are the 2 video assignments for section 1 of the class. Remember, there's 4 sections in the class. The first one is the habitable planet. Number 2, if you click on that, there's a link right here. If you click on the link, it will bring you to the video that you're supposed to watch. These are 28 minutes long, each one of these video assignments. Watch it, they are professionally captioned, and then you take a quiz on it. And if I click next right here, you'll see the second one. And this is Earth Revealed, number 1, Down to Earth. You watch this. These are a little old, but the information in them is really good. You watch this, again, it's professionally captioned, and take the quiz. Notice the due time frame, okay, from October 31st until, oh, whoops, sorry, not that. Available from October 17th through October 30th. You know, I'm doing this on the fly here, so I make a mistake every once in a while. My apologies. Let's go back over here to modules. And you will see in module 1 that now we kind of begin the class. And it says section 1, module 1, terms and concepts. This is the information you need to get out of this first module. So all 4 of these bullet points you need to understand and be able to explain. They're in order. And then this is the terminology you need to get from the lectures in this particular module, module 1. This is in alphabetical order, not the order you're actually going to encounter it: atmosphere, axis, biosphere, and so on. Where do you get that information? You get it from the lectures. And the lectures are found immediately following section 1, module 1, terms and concepts. So introduction to physical geography in the environment, the Earth system, geometry of degrees, the 3 Earth movements. Let me just click on that one to show you. So there's a video there. You read this, you watch the video, and it's kind of filling in that information gap for you and giving you the terminology and explaining it. Now, you'll notice in most of the modules that you'll see things that say more about. You do not have to watch the more abouts. The more abouts are to accentuate what I have already talked about with a different person talking about it. All of these geometry of degrees, the 3 Earth movements, rotation of the Earth, and so on, all of these are me lecturing. But anytime you see more about, that is somebody else explaining the same topic, just to give you a different viewpoint on it. Then you can see module 2, there's no graded assignments in module 2. Module 2 is kind of long, but notice there's multiples of these more abouts that are not required. You do not have to watch those, okay? And then, you know, module 3, there's another discussion board, and then you'll see module 4 is your first exam. You know, you won't see this the first week when you open things up. That will be opened up the second week. And then we move on to section 2 of the class, module 5. And you can see there's a discussion board and then 2 new videos and so on. This is the way we go through this particular class. If you want to see your grades, I'll go back over here to home. You click on home. You click on grades, excuse me. I know I'm making a lot of mistakes. My apologies. You click on grades and you'll be able to see your grades. If we have to have a discussion, we would do that as in you and I need to have a discussion. If at some point that needs to happen, you'd click on big blue button in conferences and we'll set up a time when we can do that. Okay. If you have any questions, please email me at my email address, quarter_bill@sac.edu. Good luck. Let's have a great semester. 8 weeks and you get through a university transfer level science course. I want you to understand that this is, of course, a university transfer level science course. It's rigorous, it's kind of challenging, but you can do it. Just budget your time wisely and you will do fine. Make sure you get all of the graded things in. When people don't pass my classes, most of the time it's because they have missing assignments. All right, good luck.